why are you acting like it could only be a girl? I really never did. I see, that's good then. What's good? It's good that you don't seem interested in love, because if you ever tried to seduce my Sachi-san, I'd curse you for the rest of your life. I'd curse you a full course of curses. What kind of curses are those? You better not fall for Sachi-san, because Sachi-san's girlfriend is me. That's right, it's me. It had better be. Yeah, I get it. As long as you understand. At that moment, I noticed that the air in the broadcasting room had changed. They were stuffing their things into their bags, and Umi-san was trying to shake Nana-san awake. Are they getting ready to leave? Crap. It looks like 3 of them are going home soon. Really? Yuna ran a little way down the hall so she wouldn't bump into any of them. I took another peek into the room. Oh, it's fine. You two go home first. I'll just sleep here a bit. You can't. We're going home together. Come on, Nana. Get up. She'll just keep yelling. Jeez. You two can go home, you know. We weren't. How could we leave a friend behind? Huh, come on, Nana. I'll hold this side, so get up already, okay? Jeez. Well, that Nana-san's really troubled, isn't she? Umi-san and Sasa-chan each grabbed one of Nana-san's arms, and they all stumbled out of the broadcasting room together. Have they all left? After the trio had disappeared in the direction of the entrance hall, Yuna returned to the broadcasting room. Yeah. So how did it go? Did you learn anything from listening to them? Nothing at all. The conversation never turned that way once, and the 3 of them were together the whole time. Right. All they talked about were their club activities and something about going out together later. What's with them? I watched them the whole afternoon and all I learned is that they're always together. Right. You really are going to have Sachi-san examine them. But Sachi-san can't enter this building, and those 3 never leave. What are we supposed to do? Hey, does that mean that if they leave this building, Sachi-san will be able to, well, sense which one's in love? Yeah, Sachi-san wouldn't have any trouble if we were in a building or up on the roof where we usually are. So we just need to get them to leave this building, huh? Well, yeah, but how? Well, I'll think about that. There may be some way. You think so? Well, there might be, you know. You sure sound confident. In any case, it doesn't look like things with those 3 will be changing anytime soon. Right, man, we've wasted some time, huh? Maybe it will help Sachi-san tomorrow. She's looking for a place for Maki-san and Aihara-senpai, right? Hey, you can't hang out with Sachi-san without telling me first. Why not? And I just told you, didn't I? Grrr. I have a few ideas myself about places they might be able to relax. You do? Somewhere in this school where no one will go? Yeah. At lunch today, you said you didn't know anywhere, didn't you? I did, but I thought of them later. You really are weird if you've got ideas for places like that. Mind your own business. Well, I should be heading home too, Megumi. Oh, there it is again. This time I heard it loud and clear. She's calling me by my plain first name. I have something to say to you. What is it? I don't remember allowing you to call me by my name like that. I've lived over twice the amount of time you have. I'm way older than you. I'm your senpai in life, okay? Really? Don't you think it's worth saying live and life and stuff? And you died when you were first year, right? I'm a second year. That has nothing to do with it. I'm way older than you. Why don't you have a little respect, huh? Maybe if you acted your age. What did you say? This girl is such a smartass. Oh, seeing me off? She had another sarcastic little quip ready for me when I met her at the gate. Grr! Sachi-san wasn't back on the roof. What was I supposed to do? I was bored and saw Yuno walking toward the gate. I just came to see her a little. Hey, Yuno. Yeah? We couldn't figure anything out about the broadcasting club trio today. But it's certain that one of them likes another one. If Sachi-san says it's true, it has to be. Well, I don't doubt that or anything. Which one do you think is in love, Yuno? Which one? Well, which one will she say? Futano-san? Maybe? Huh? Why? I can't really imagine Ishiki-san hiding anything, and I don't think Miyama-san would either. I guess that leaves Futano-san as the only remaining suspect. Huh. What the heck? That's actually kind of persuasive. Well, if nothing changes, I doubt we'll find out anytime soon. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, I should get going. I have to make dinner. Oh yeah, you can cook? Well, yeah, well, see you. See you. Yuno walked off past the gate after giving me a little wave. She turned down Camellia Lane. I wonder if she lives in the Yatsugishi apartments. I should get back to the roof. Maybe Sachi-san will be back by now? Want some more rice, Hina? Yeah, and a little more meat. What? I was saving the rest for my dad, and so you could take some home. I'll have that part then. No, here, you can have the rest of mine. Yay, thanks Yunane! Dinner with Hina. Today's main course was pork fried with ginger. Both my parents and Hina's parents work, and their moms are both nurses. Hina comes over to our house to eat whenever they have night shifts together, roughly 2 or 3 times a week. It's been this way ever since we were little. We ate what our parents had made us together, and once I learned how, I cooked for us. Like I did today. Talked about Hina's club activities or whatever. I eat in the club room afternoon practice, you know? Yeah? Everyone on the team compliments your lunches, you know ne? They say they are a lot of signs, and they're pretty, and they're well balanced, and that they're tasty, of course. Really, that makes me happy, but is there enough for if you're sharing it with people? They give me enough in return. Wouldn't that mess up the balance then? Well, not that I mind. Hey, Hinane! Yeah? Have you decided what tomorrow's lunch will be? Well, I've got ingredients already. Can I make a request? Yeah, sure. I might not be able to make it though. That's fine. Today's lunch was Japanese-ish, right? So, could you make something Western tomorrow? Western. Well, I guess so. I can cook the same ingredients in a different way, I suppose. But why? Cause I want to tell everyone you can make Western food too. I'm happy about that, but it's kind of embarrassing. I suppose I can't let her down though. I'll make sandwiches then. Oh, she doesn't seem satisfied. You don't want sandwiches? Can't anybody make sandwiches? That doesn't really prove you're good at Western food. I'll make them with baguettes then. With a bunch of different ingredients. It might be a lot, but you can share them with people or eat a little after school too. Okay. Thanks, Yunane. Right. Leave it to me. I've come to really enjoy making lunch and dinner for Hina. It was hard for a while, but I worked through it with Hina's encouragement. She never leaves anything uneaten. I guess I really do like cooking. Tests are coming up, huh? Do your best, okay? They're your first tests since school started, so you're gonna have to study even if you don't want to. Want to have another study session with Honor-chan? Huh? Yeah, we could do that. I could probably help her with her first year stuff. First year. Come to think of it, that girl was a first year too. The girl in the hallway, trying to get into the classroom. The one who'd managed to confess to her senpai, according to Sachi-san and Megumi. Her name was... Hey Hina, do you know a girl named Maki-chan in your year? Maki-san? Maki-sano? Yeah, her. I know her. She's in my class. I sit next to her. Really? I'm kind of surprised. Well, it's a small world, I guess. Are you friends? We say hi and stuff. Why? Do you know Maki-san, Yunane? Oh no, not really. I just heard her name somewhere, so I was wondering if you knew her. I see. Thanks for dinner. You're welcome. Looks like Hina finished eating right at a good time to cut the conversation short. She brought her empty plate up to the sink. I finished eating and followed after her, putting the leftovers in the fridge for my parents. I started washing dishes with Hina. After she goes home, I should start making tomorrow's lunch, the baguette sandwiches she asked for. Guess I'll put some extra effort in. I reviewed today's classes, prepared for tomorrow's, and finished my homework. Some parts aren't due for a while, so I left some of those for later.
もう10時か。
It was already that late when I glanced over at the clock.
明日の仕込みも終わったし。
I prepared everything I'll need for lunch and dinner. Roast beef on vegans may have been a bit much, but that seems pretty standard. I'll have enough time to start preparing them right when I get up. Though I bet Mom will laugh at me for using the oven first thing in the morning.
そろそろお風呂入ろうかな。でもその前に。
I leaned back in my chair. I should get my thoughts together. I like to sit at my desk and think before going to bed. This is my habit when I have a lot of things to consider. Each of them in order.
まず放送部の3人。
From what Megumi said today, they are always together and it isn't obvious who might like who. If that's the case, she might have to stay close to them for a while before we can tell. Then there's what Megumi said about Sachi-san being able to tell, and how Sachi-san can't seem to enter the Hoshikan building. In which case, the few of them need to go to the inner building for Sachi-san to check them out.
でもどうやって？
Should I ask them there for something? Like an interview? Since they're in the broadcasting club?
でも部活も何もしてない私がそんな要件を作れるわけがない。放送で嘘の呼び出しをかけるとか？あ、いや、放送部なんだよね、あの3人。それに下手するとこれ大ごとになりそう。でも部活も何もしてない私がそんな要件を作れるわけがない。これはダメっぽい。放送で嘘の呼び出しをかけるとか？あ、いや、放送部なんだよね、あの3人。それに下手するとこれ大ごとになりそう。
The third year students' classrooms are in the inner building. Should I get one of them to call them over? Though I don't know anyone I could ask to do that. Hina has some third year upperclassmen, but I couldn't get her involved in this.
これはちょっといいアイデア。すぐに出ないな。
And until I have a good idea, I will just have to rely on chance.
これは保留。次はマキさんと相原先輩。
The problem is the two of them, or mainly Aihara senpai, are always busy. They're so busy that they have no time to relax and talk to each other. Because of that, they will never move forward from their current friendship.
解決策としては2人がゆっくり話ができる場所を提供すること。
But I don't know of any place like that. I'll have to start by looking for one.
めぐみにはいくつか心当たりがあるって言っちゃったけど。
We'd have to make sure they're actually usable. And once we find one, then we have to tell them about it. How?
私が教える？2人っきりになれる場所があるの。おすすめ？っていや、ないない。本人の知らないところで準備してこっそりそれとなく知らせるってすごい大変なことじゃない？
In any case, Maki-san and Aihara senpai, two of the broadcasting club trio, and those two ghosts. I had no idea there were so many people around me in girl-girl romances.
意外というか世の中わかんない。
Are there normally this many? Is it because we're an all-girls school?
今日めぐみに聞かれたっけ？女の子が同じ女の子を好きになるってことどう思うかって。
What I'd said to her then wasn't a lie. I was caught off guard since I hadn't given it any thought, but I didn't think they were stupid, and I didn't think it was creepy. It was just thought, so that happens too. That's the thing. I mean, Maki-san, their first year, and the flash of her face I saw after she delivered her letter.
あんな顔、きっと誰かを本当に好きになってないとできないんじゃないかな。
The only reason I wasn't sure was probably because I've never been in love myself, and not just with another girl, of course. And what I'm doing now,
そういう人たちのためのお手伝い。
when I thought about it again,
これってすごいおせっかいというか大きなお世話なんじゃないかしら。
finding out who likes who and helping them get together,
うん、どう考えても。顔が真っ赤になりそう。何してるんだろう私。
I never imagined I'd be involved in something like this, doing all these things for other people. I'm already doing all this thinking about it, trying to figure out how to make it all work out, and what I should do. This is... I hung my head for a moment. The drawer of my desk came into view. It was locked shut. All of a sudden, my head cleared. Calm down, don't panic, take it slow.
あくまでこっそりと目立たずにできるだけのお手伝い。
I have to do it that way.
こんなのただのおせっかい。大きなお世話なんだから。
Morning, Yuna. Morning, Honor. Forget anything today? Yup. Seriously, why do you sound so proud of yourself? It really makes me wonder if some kind of condition is causing her to be this forgetful. No matter what, she'll forget one thing or another every day like clockwork. You could set your alarm to it. Talent for forgetting things was actually what brought us together. It was on a day not long after we started here, when we were in the same class during our first year. Anna had forgotten every single textbook and material she needed for classes that day and had asked if she could see mine since I sat next to her. First period, I thought it was pretty normal. Second period, I thought, well, this happens sometimes. But third period, I was too dumbfounded to say anything. After fourth period, I just silently moved my desk over to her. And to top it all off, when I asked her after school if she'd thought it was a different day of the week or something, Anna's answer had been, I just forgot all the textbooks I'd been planning on bringing today. That's not possible. Wouldn't that mean you didn't have any textbooks in your bag at all? Wouldn't you notice that? When I grilled Anna like that, she'd said, mission accomplished, and stuck out her thumb. That instant, I realized, yeah, she really did forget them all. She forgot all sorts of things after that, relying on me instead. It was a while before I realized. It's not gonna happen. I'd wanted to avoid getting close to anyone, but with Honor, that wasn't going to be an option. I was forced to admit that eventually. One day, she hadn't forgotten anything. She had her textbooks, her notebooks, her homework, her phone, her notepad, her lunch, her wallet, her train pass, her handkerchief pads, and all sorts of other stuff. Even the book she had promised to lend me. and her bag, of course. I thought, wow, so there are days like this too, huh? That was the first day since I'd met Anna that I hadn't heard the word forgot. And after spending the day in relative peace, I realized just before the 5th period, or that day on which we just happened to have gym class, that she'd forgotten to wear a bra. How could you forget that when you've got two of those huge things on you? Flustered, I suggested Anna sit out of gym that day. Anna forgetting things doesn't surprise me anymore. That's just what she's like. Huh. Can you do something about it on your own? Yep, I've already taken care of it. I see. Oh, that's right, Anna. What is it? Hina and I are gonna have a little study group before exams. You're welcome to join us. Really? Count me in. Yay. I'm looking forward to cooking, you know. I'll cook, but we're not getting together just to hang out, alright? I can lend you textbooks and pencils and stuff. But at least remember your notebooks, okay? I got it. The last time we had one was before Hina-chan started school here, right? Yeah, I think it was just before the entrance exam. And now she's a first year. Time sure flies, huh? It's been a whole year since we started here too. What are you talking about? Speaking of first years though, say Anno, do you know a first year named Maki Seina-san? What? No, even I don't know too many of the new students yet. Yeah, I figured. And Anno actually has a pretty big social circle, but it turns out, I thought she might know her, but I guess not. Who is she? Somebody you know, you know? I guess she sits next to Hina. Well, I don't know her, but I did run into the broadcasting club chair this morning on the train. Huh? Yeah? They were all together again this morning. Those three are like a real comedy troupe. Yeah, that's a little rude, isn't it? I get what you mean though. Oh, you're acting kind of cold. Nena's a friend of mine, so I was thinking I could introduce you if you want. Though I guess it's kind of weird to introduce someone you were in the same class with last year. What should I do? I'm not sure that introducing myself to them will help. And it might be even harder to hide my actions if we become close. No, that's fine. Yeah, I thought you'd be interested since you were asking about them the other day. Well, I was a little interested then, but it's fine now. Thanks, and sorry. No, it's fine, you don't need to thank me. I've just never heard you ask me about somebody else like that before, you know? I guess I got ahead of myself, spun my wheels a bit. Sorry for making you spin your wheels. It wasn't the first time though, was it? How antisocial do you think I am? I'm pretty sure it was actually Miss Anno was quite surprised. Am I that bad? I guess I might be. And it was the first time you were asking me for something. So, really? I guess. I was pretty touched, you know? Now I feel bad. Don't worry about it. Your sins will wash away if you let me see your textbook in 3rd period. I thought you'd already taken care of it today. I didn't say I'd only forgotten one thing. Alright, I'll share it. Yay, I love you, Yuna! Lunch break. I took my lunch up to the roof, like I always did. But strangely only Sachi-san awaited me today. Hello, Sachi-san. Oh, is Megumi not with you? Hello, Yuna-san. I've asked Megumi to keep an eye on the broadcasting clubs today. Oh, I see. I sat down on the bench and took out my lunch. I'd brought baguette sandwiches like I promised Hina I'd make yesterday. As I was about to take my first bite, my phone rumbled in my pocket. Oh, sorry, my phone's ringing. I extracted my intrusive phone from my pocket. Ah, it's a text. From my mom. Someone needed to skip work tonight on short notice, so she'd be covering part of their night shift. In other words, she was telling me she'd be home late. I skimmed over the text and slid the app closed with my finger. What's that? It isn't a cell phone? Well, Sachi-san's nearly leaning over my shoulder. Hasn't she seen a phone before? It is a cell phone. Oh, cell phone, short for cellular telephone, They were like regular phones when Sachi-san was alive, right? Oh, I know what a cell phone is. Everyone has one these days. Oh, right, yeah, that makes sense. But there aren't any buttons on yours, Yuna-san. Ah, that's because this is a smartphone. Smartphone? You use it like this instead of with buttons. I slid my finger across the screen, showing off a few different apps. Wow! Whoa, her eyes went wide as saucers. Well, what's happening? You're making it work just by touching it, Yuna-san? What is happening? Cell phones these days sure are something. Could you show me more of it later? Sure, I don't mind. That's kind of unexpected. I guess Sachi-san's interested in stuff like this. Megumi knows little more about these things. She likes to look at magazines and such when students read them in their classrooms. Is that so? Ghosts are even stealing glances at our magazines, huh? Well, anyway. This time I really started eating lunch. The sandwiches Hina requested. Next to me, Sachi-san reported on the investigation. Maki-chan really is cute. Sachi-san observed Maki-san yesterday, apparently. Maki-chan was on her own yesterday. It seems Aihara-san had to leave early. What do you think she did? I wonder. I didn't think she'd have any reason to be at school. If Aihara-senpai wasn't there... Maki-san suddenly started walking all around the school. Huh? That's unusual. It was like she was looking for something. Do you know what it was? It seems she came to the same conclusion as you, Yuna-san. She wants to find somewhere where she and Miki-san can talk together. Same conclusion? That's right, she was looking for a secret place for the two of them. Ah. She was like a little kitten exploring every corner. I was having fun just following her around. Her eyes were sparkling everywhere she went, looking at the buildings. Maki-chan really is cute. She's working so hard for the girl she likes. I'd like for their relationship to work out. I'd like their love to grow. Right. Well, I don't really know what this love thing is about, but I guess I'm hopeful for them. At least a little. So Maki-san's looking for a place like that too. That's convenient, then, isn't it? Last night, I was struggling to think of a way to let Maki-san know if we did end up finding somewhere for her. But if she's doing some searching of her own, then our goals coincide even if our motives don't. We might be able to guide her there. She's been checking rooms during her breaks too. during her breaks today too. I'm sure she wants nothing more than to find somewhere they can be alone together. I'd like to find somewhere nice for them, but I wonder if Maki-chan will find somewhere first. About that. Huh? I have a few ideas about places that might work well. My, really? Well, we will have to check them out to make sure though. That's wonderful, Yuna-san. Where are they? In the inner building. Really? Would you like to go with me after school then? With Sachi-san? What should I do? I don't think she'll get in the way or anything, but there's something I've been wondering about Sachi-san. Sachi-san? Yes? You can, well, read people's minds, right? Yes? So like, how much can you tell about someone? It's been bothering me for a while. Are we all just open books to her? I want to know how much she can tell about me. Well, I haven't really explained it to you yet. Have I, Yuna-san? I'm sorry for scaring you, but don't worry. I can't do anything that remarkable. So she says, but that's not entirely reassuring. All I can tell is what someone is feeling strongly, and I have to be right next to them to determine that. Really? It's more like emotions than thoughts. It's not so much what people are thinking, but what they're feeling. And it doesn't work when there are very many people nearby. The feelings get twisted together and hidden among the others. I could probably only tell between two people at most. If I want to know what they're feeling in more detail, it's possible by touching them, but that's not very polite, wouldn't you say? See, it's not very impressive, is it? You think? That still seems pretty amazing, so ghosts can even do things like that too. But according to Sachi-san, she can only read feelings, not thoughts, in which case memories are probably a no-go. I'm a little relieved. I don't want anyone digging into that stuff. I think I can tell when people are in love because it's the emotion I'm most sensitive to. It's the feeling I want to know most, the one I want to understand most. Megumi thinks it's amazing, but this is really all I can do. Sachi-san said with a little smile. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll be back tomorrow with more Kindered Spirits on the Roof. See you soon!